And Intel has introduced its new Core Series 3 processors, targeting lower-cost laptop comps for consumers and small businesses on longer upgrade cycles. The new chips follow the recent release of Intel's higher-end Core Ultra Series 3 processors, codenamed Panther Lake. Unlike the Ultra lineup, the Core Series 3 processors are designed for more affordable notebooks. Intel said the chips are aimed at users and businesses that typically replace PCs every 5 years. And the Punjab government is preparing to operationalise the automated rapid transport ART system, a project that has been under discussion for over a year as part of the province's broader transport overhaul. The plan has already received approval from Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz and is expected to be completed at an estimated cost of around $6 billion, with authorities targeting an early rollout before June. And the government of Sindh has launched the People's Bus Service between Shikarpur and Sukkur. Senior Minister Sharjil Enam Memon inaugurated the service and said it has been introduced for public use, adding that commuters should take care of the facility.
That Olivia Rodrigo earned a special shout-out from pop star Justin Bieber's wife Hailey, all thanks to her new music. The 23-year-old American singer-songwriter and actress released a new single, Drop Dead, on Friday, April 17th. That Koda Samarani stood dazed beside the rubble of his South Lebanon home, his forehead in a white bandage, staring at the wreckage where his brother, nephew and 2 neighbours died. I was upstairs, then I was underground. I screamed, "Where are you? Where are you?" But there was no one, he said after surviving an Israeli airstrike on the city of Nabatea just hours before the ceasefire began at midnight on Thursday night.
And Ruby Rose shed light on a night she claims changed the course of her life. In a resurfaced 2011 essay written for AustralianOutletNews.com.au, the actress and model described a drunken evening with Katy Perry that she now alleges was the night of a sexual assault. And Meghan Markle, who left her senior royal role with Prince Harry back in 2020, received support from a royal fan after critics slammed the Duchess of Sussex for an insensitive move during her 4-day Australia visit. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet's mum was invited as a special guest at an all-girls luxury retreat in Sydney. She sat down for a Q&A session where she spoke candidly about her experience in the public life, describing it as very hard. And if you remember the American thriller series Homeland, it's probably because of its stereotypical depiction of Pakistan during America's so-called war on terror and the show's over-reliance on bad-bearded villains. One of the production companies involved in the show, Israel's Keshet International, is back with another over-the-top spy show. Unconditional, a series revolving around the arrest and rescue of an Israeli soldier in Russia, begins streaming on Apple TV from May 8.
That the Punjab Transport Department has ordered a reduction in public transport fares following a cut in diesel prices announced by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, with authorities and transporters meeting at Transport House to finalise the decision. That, during the meeting, transporters agreed to reduce fares by 5% after consultation and formally announced the cut. According to the Secretary of the Regional Transport Authority, new fare lists will be prepared and displayed the same day. That and the revised fares will take effect immediately.
And Samsung has expanded its child-focused tablet lineup with the new Galaxy Tab A11 Plus Kids Edition. The device is based on the Wi-Fi-only Galaxy Tab A11 Plus, but adds bundled accessories and software features aimed at younger users and parents. And Lahore Qalandar's captain Shaheen Shah Afridi has called for an improved performance from his bowling unit after their heavy 6-wicket defeat to Quetta Gladiators in the 26th match of Pakistan Super League PSL 11 at the National Bank Stadium. The defending champions began their campaign on a positive note, winning 2 of their first 3 matches. However, their momentum has since stalled, with 3 consecutive losses following the tournament's shift to Karachi. And And Alec Baldwin's legal troubles are far from over. A Los Angeles Superior Court judge has ruled that a civil lawsuit filed by Rust crew member Suj Svetnoy can proceed to trial. And pop meets politics, and apparently it's going really well. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau are quietly turning heads with a romance insiders say is getting serious. And Hajj flight operations from Pakistan began early Saturday, with the first batch of pilgrims departing from Karachi at 3 a.m. via a private airline. Authorities at Jinnah International Airport said a total of 160 pilgrims left on the inaugural flight, officials said, adding that under the Road to Makkah project, one-time immigration for pilgrims was completed at Karachi Airport before departure. And Natalie Baye, the discreet icon of French cinema, passes away at age 77 at her home in Paris. Her family confirms fans were left reeling with the sudden passing of French film icon Natalie Baye, who has starred in over 100 roles throughout her decades-long career.
That. Prince Harry and Meghan concluded their final day of the Australia visit in some odd circumstances as they quietly exited Down Under via Sydney Airport early Saturday morning. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex had been staying at the same hotel where Meghan's all-women's retreat was being held. However, unbeknownst to the guests, the motorcade for the Sussexes slipped them away towards the airport to catch an early flight back to
And Pakistan International Airlines, PIA, has announced that its pre-Hajj operation will formally commence on April 19, during which more than 55,000 pilgrims will be transported to the Holy Land through 191 flights from across Pakistan. A PIA spokesperson said that under the government scheme, 49,000 pilgrims will travel, while over 6,000 pilgrims through private Hajj group operators will also be facilitated via PIA flights. And Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei visited US officials at the White House on Friday, where they struck a different tone from the recent dispute between the United States government and the AI startup. US media reported Amodei met with Susie Wiles, President Donald Trump's chief of staff, as well as US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. And United States President Donald Trump said on Saturday that his administration's review of UFO-related material uncovered a number of interesting documents, adding that an initial tranche of records is expected to be released soon. We found many very interesting documents, I must say, and the first releases will begin very, very soon, so you can go out and see if that phenomena is correct. Trump told a group of supporters at an event hosted by conservative group Turning Point USA.
That. At least 618 new HIV cases were reported in Islamabad Capital Territory between January 2025 and March 2026, according to data from the Ministry of National Health Services, Regulations and Coordination. That, showing a steady rise in infections and a clear predominance of adult male patients. The data shows that 498 cases were recorded in 2025, while 120 cases were reported in the first 3 months of 2026. That indicating continued transmission in the federal capital. Monthly figures for 2025 ranged between 31 and 63 cases, with the highest number recorded in July, followed by September and August. That, while the lowest counts were reported in June and December.